Hey, welcome back to the Big Grand Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit that subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, over the last few weeks, the movie service MoviePass has been going through a lot of turmoil. They had to borrow $5 million just to stay afloat last week. And now they're taking it out on their customers. As a customer of MoviePass, I must say I'm rather furious about some of the changes they are making to the service. And especially the fact that it will only affect those that are not going to e-ticket theaters. This will only affect those of us that live in small towns where our theaters are not e-ticket theaters. I live in a town of about 30,000 people. You think that's not all that small, but when it comes to movie theaters and you only have one, it's pretty small. But MoviePass is making changes to where they're going to cut out certain movies for those of us that aren't e-ticket theaters. They're going to say we can't watch Mission Impossible. We can't watch Disney's Christopher Robin later this week. Some of the bigger movies of the summer we're not going to be allowed to watch simply because we do not have e-ticket. Now, if you ask me, it's complete bullshit. Because we pay the same amount of people that live in places like Dallas, Houston, and other major cities across the country. We pay what they ask, and yet we're not going to be able to use the service to watch the movies we want to watch. If you ask me, there are other things they're going to have to do. One, they're going to have to raise their prices. But I don't understand why they're deciding that the only way to save their company is to hurt half their, a good number of their patrons. I'd rather pay a few extra dollars a month for the service and be able to go watch a movie like Mission Impossible or The Meg next week or Christopher Robin this week. I would rather pay extra. But no, they're not even going to let us do that. They just took it off the shelf entirely. No Mission Impossible, no Christopher Robin. If it's a summer box office smash, we don't get to watch it for the rest of the summer. I only had one more movie I wanted to watch this summer. One, and that was Christopher Robin. That was it, and that was all. Because it's something from my childhood, and I just kind of wanted, I guess, to recapture that feeling. Kind of like when I went to watch the last Toy Story. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Because the money I would have had to buy a movie ticket, guess what? It went to pay my MoviePass subscription, so I don't get to go see a movie this month. So if something doesn't change, I am canceling my subscription before the next due date because I do not like the fact that they billed me and then have blocked me from being able to see any movie I want to see. There's not a movie at our theater that I want to see. Not one. The only movie I want to see that's going to be in our theater comes out tomorrow. And MoviePass has already made it clear that I will not be able to watch this movie. For those of us that don't live in e-ticket areas, it's kind of a slap in the face, is it not? You sit there and you charge us the same amount. But make it to where we can't enjoy it. You say it's only temporary, but here's the problem with that. The problem is the fact that when you live in a smaller area, smaller market, as it were, movies only stay around for a week or two. And then move on to the next one, especially small theaters that only have like four to six screens. Movies only stay around about a week or two, and then it's over. So by the time you pull your head out of your ass and realize that you're screwing over your rural customers, and you're going to lose all of them, we'll have already missed out on 2 or 3 movies. My theater is showing a movie that I watched last month, and about 2 other movies, maybe 3 other movies that I don't even want to watch. I wanted to go watch Mission Impossible, but I can live without watching Mission Impossible because it was supposed to have been a temporary thing, and now they're expanding it to Christopher Robin, The Meg, any other movie I pretty much want to watch. I don't care to watch Uncle Drew that doesn't look entertaining to me. It may look funny, but it doesn't look something I want to waste 2 hours of my life on. Hotel Transylvania. I haven't even watched the first 2, so why the hell would I want to watch Hotel Transylvania 3? I don't quite understand what's going on here. I don't understand why MoviePass is doing this. I understand they're having financial difficulties. But to screw up our ability to watch movies simply because we don't have an e-ticket at our theaters, it's wrong. I will be canceling my subscription, and I believe in the very near future, I believe by the end of this year, MoviePass will be dead. I believe the service will fail, and I believe it'll be over with because they're not going to be able to sustain it. That's been a fear of mine since I signed up for the service back in June. And I knew the end would come at some point, but I didn't realize they would screw me out of movies on their way out. But MoviePass, get it straight, and maybe you could survive. But I don't think $9.99 is going to be able to pull it off if you had to borrow $5 million just to keep your company be able to process tickets. Anyhow, I've been Jacob Keck. This has been the Big Rant Show, and I'll see you down the road.